4 games against the hottest team in baseball had the expected results for the Athletics. We won 1, lost 3, and the same problems appeared all series. We were in the entire series, in every game. We were in every game, and the little things cost us big. Should Kotsay finally get his pink slip? We'll talk about it. Fisher and Force say no, so allow me to retort tonight on the Habit Hunter. Welcome, Privyet, comrades, aloha, A's faithful. Welcome to the Habit Hunter, A's podcast in the House Always Wins Media Network. I'm Tim Byrnes. You can call me Hobbs. I'm a sports writer that covers the athletics for the guys at Mid-Valley Sports out of Los Angeles, where I cover the amazing A's as well as the entire NFL desk. And that's coming up here in about, a week? Can't wait. You can find me at Sacktown A's Fans for Life on X and this, the Habit Hunter podcast. Habit Hunter gives you an old school analysis at the conclusion of each series, good or bad. We identify problems A's players might be developing and look for possible solutions. We talk about them, we argue about them. We look for answers, we toss them in the atmosphere, see what sticks. We analyze moves the front office and manager make, and we hawk both of them just to make sure they're doing some improving. We give our team flowers when they shred, and, they still have their moments. Remember to give the show a like. It gives me all warm and fuzzy inside. It gets me going all warm and fuzzies. I know everyone asked that, but it keeps the show in the algorithm, and it does us some justice. We have over 580 subscribers now as a network, so make sure to subscribe and check out all the shows. Booney, our top dog, has built an entire network of shows created by A's fanatics from Brooklyn to the Bay Area. Shows that bring knowledge and true heart. If we're still here at this point of the year, we're the true A's fans. So go surf the network, get your fill of A's content. We have an entire four-game series to go through, so I'm likely not going to do much of a roll call, maybe a couple guys, but we need to hop into this. This is going to be, it's a 4-game series. So the series opener was a good start for Jack Perkins, our starter. Unfortunately, he takes the loss in this game in the opener, 4-2, despite some pretty good trends in his pitching, at least I felt. His last win, April 18th. That's now 22 starts ago. Now, he starts off kind of like he usually does. He starts the game on a 3-0 count, walks Masataka Yoshida, and you're going to hear his name a lot in this series. And that's a habit for Perk, starting off with issues. To start an inning, he gets behind in the count a lot, and he tends to get people on board. He set down the next 3 in order, and he had all of them behind in the account, down 0-2, and that he looked good. He got him behind, and he was pitching the pitches he wanted to. I liked it. Bottom of the first, outstanding. We did this twice in this series. Tyler Soderstrom homered on the first pitch he sees, and I'm thinking, sweet, right? Sweet. Unfortunately, I think that, I'll check in a little while, but I think that was his only hit the entire series. Colby Thomas singles with 2 outs. He's left out there, but that's a good start for the A's, to be honest. In the second, Perk in the second, nice 1-2-3 inning, 12 pitches. There's a lot of those in this series, and we're going to talk about the starters. The starters, their ERA, 4 games was under 3. We'll talk about it. But in the bottom half, McNeil singles, and then Bolte comes up. And I don't know, I was so high on this guy. Swings at 3 pitches. All of them were not even close, and it goes fielder's choice, and it was just like, what are you're swinging at everything? What is your problem? Aliko Williams singles, so it's first and second. Bolte, McNeil got thrown out at third trying to steal. I didn't like that decision with 2 on and 1 out. But okay, at least they were being aggressive. That's all I could say about that. Perkins, he started the third, going to 3-0 in the count to the first batter again. He walked him. Andrew Monasterio, that guy bugged us all game, all series, to be honest. Perk, he gets Connor Wong to hit into a double play. We get quite a few of those in this series. We're going to talk about that too. Fly out Yoshida and a done deal. 12 pitches for Perk in that inning, so he was cruising. You know, he had some traffic, but not too bad. At the plate for the A's, Sodi walks, but Heim, he went through like a really useless stage. He had another 3-pitch strikeout, so that was back-to-back 3-pitch strikeouts. Thomas, he's a mess. He's a mess. He strikes out too. You going into the fourth, Perkins oozes constantly to start an inning. Another, first is 3-0 count, then it's 3-0 count. He hits Curtis Mead to start the fourth. Now Mead was later X-rayed and he broke his hand or his wrist, and he's on IL indefinitely. So that was a big hit for Perk. Wilson Contreras strikes out, a couple flyouts. It was the third 12-pitch inning in a row, so he looked pretty consistent. Bolte, he reaches on a Monasterio fielding error, but nothing comes of it. Let's see, fifth inning, both sides, both squads, they went 1, 2, 3. Perk, he was getting more efficient. He went 1, 2, 3 in 7 pitches. A's went down 1, 2, 3. Unfortunately, Law Dog, Wilson, they both struck out. The sixth, Connor Wong opens with a double on Perkins, and that was the fourth time in 6 innings that they led off the inning getting on base. And for some reason, Perk is shaky with the first batter. I don't know why. Maybe he's nervous. Maybe he's a little tight. Who knows? But, excuse me, he got ground out. Wong ended up on third. Now, there was a mound visit here, and it was just Heim, but I liked it. It kept Perk on the same page. Perk does walk Contreras on 4 pitches. And pitching coach Dan Hobbs pulled him for Jose Suarez. They pulled him at 69 pitches, 41 strikes, and 1 hit. And I did think it was too soon. Very rarely are you going to hear me say that. I like erring on the side of caution. But this decision is going to be, I'm not going to say it's a huge mistake, but it did look, it's one of the first times where I agree with some of the guys in the network. It looked predetermined. It almost looked like, okay, he's done that. And you know what? I've been propping up Suarez on the last show. Been pitching well, and it was perfectly understandable for Cotton Hubs to put him in. I even gave him a nickname. I gave him Chubby Bunny. Well, Chubby Bunny walks Wilyer Abreu, loads the bases, and grand freaking slam. You know what was it? It was by some dude I never heard of. Rafaela, Donatello, whatever. Master Splinter. Who cares? We're down 4-1. And it's funny, I was flipping through Instagram and I saw on Instagram where it showed Chris Carey from last year. And it showed him doing a Jenny not doing Jenny, but doing a Jenny, where he thinks it's a foul ball and it's a home run. I saw that and I was like, oh no. Maybe that's where she learned it. Who knows? But he basically geeshed over it. He was so happy with a grand slam. I mean, he went on and on. And as a group of 3, at supporting, I mean, they're probably all 3 great people, but at supporting the team that they work for and trying to keep A's fans involved and interested and wanting to hear more and watch the game more, even though we're getting freaking spanked constantly. They're the worst. They're the worst in baseball. Very amateur. So then it's a double by Caleb Durbin. Before a flyout, Jaron. But it's still 4-1 deficit. Bottom of the 6th, though, Jonah Heim homers, which is fantastic. He slammed this one. 419, 103.5 off the bat. Fantastic, but don't get it twisted. He was struggling at the plate all day, and we're going to go over that. Now, Colby Thomas, what does he do? He strikes out again. Tommy White grounds out on 1 pitch. McNeil grounds out on 1 pitch. And they're down 4-2. It's like, even when we get something, it seems like that's all we're getting, just that one run. We did put a string together today, which was kind of nice, but overall, not good. In the seventh, Elvis Alvarado comes in, double by Monasterio on a center zone slider right across his crotch. I mean, come on, man. Where are you putting it? Alvarado's a mess. Bunt attempt was popped out. Heim finally threw somebody out. Monasterio at third, probably because he's probably the slowest guy on the team. But, everybody's been stealing on him, so why not him? Single, Yoshida, but Alvarado skates out of danger. I put an asterisk, and then I wrote something nice. Oh, no, I didn't. I'm scared of that dude still. But he did get out of danger without damage. I don't even know how they terminal it. I got to talk to Sam more often. I feel like he tunnels his pitches only one way every game. If he's off out of zone and oozing high, it's that same freaking tunnel. It's the same freaking tunnel going, and that's how they tee off him. It's an adventure when he's out there. But the bottom of the seventh, the A's went down 1, 2, 3, 9 pitches. That's back to the pathetic at the plate thing. Now, we talked about Hayden Younger, the past two shows. He was recently promoted, and he joins the mess. He hits Contreras, and because the A's love to put the first guy on every damn inning. I think at this point it was 6 of 8 innings or something the first guy got on. But Younger got the next 3 out really quick fashion. I'm telling you, there's something about how he handles himself, and I'm not keying in. I do that on purpose. I'm not keying onto the exact facial expressions and that kind of thing like I usually do with the guys we have. Since he's new, I like to kind of just let him do his thing and see what he does. And I'm impressed right off the bat. He has a lot of relaxed. Now, there's something to be said about being tense. I used to be a discus javelin thrower, and there's something about popping off right at the end. So, yeah, boom. But he seems like he has that really relaxed shoulders, and I like the way he handles himself. So even when he's in damage, so far I like what I see. But Younger, like I said, he got the next 3 out. At the plate, A's rolled over. How else am I going to say this? A weak ground out on 2 pitches. Another weak ground out on 2 pitches. Heim, 0-2, strikes out. Heim struck out in this game on a fastball, a cutter, and a sinker. And, then threw the token solo home run. But leaving people on, that's annoying. His day sucked. Home run or not. I'm just in a punchy mood, man. We lost 3 of 4. In the 9th, who freaking cares? Hogan Harris, line out, strikeout, Monasterio, fly out. 1, 2, 3 on 14 pitches. Tommy White, Bolte, Alika Williams all struck out in the 9th for the A's. That's crazy. I don't know. It was a close game, too. So Kurtz comes in. That's what I'm thinking about. Kurtz, he was available all game, close game. He gets a 1-out 9th inning AB. That bugs me. He hits it second base for an easy double play. They boot it. At the end, Bolte and Alika Williams both strike out. We had a shot at that win. But 5 different A's had 2 or more strikeouts. That's horrible. Finally, though, a win to hang our hat on. And on a day when the matchup looked bad, it looked bad. Tuesday, I wake up to the usual DFAing or somebody in the bullpen's gone. Jeff Hartley was given his walking papers. So Scott Blewett was activated. He pitched today, mixed results. Let's talk about him real quick. He was acquired in a trade with the Cardinals for some cash. He's a second-round pick for the Royals. He has a long minors career, 59-64, 280 games, 180 starts. But AAA, 4-1, big ERA, given the location, Summerlin. 5.18 ERA. The batting average against is .313, WHIP 1.66. That isn't all that. Gage jumped, started for the A's in the second game, and he had lost his last 5 starts. 0-4, ERA near 8 in July alone. Great day. He didn't have great command, but he still got the win. Got behind in the count. right away. 3-0, and of course, double to Jahmai Jones. Contreras goes up ahead 2-0. He walks, but Jump draws a double play. He gets out of it. A's, what do? They're back to the 1-2-3 and 8 pitches at the plate. Surprised they're starting out lackluster. All right, surprised they're starting out with so many issues. Top of the second, Caleb Durbin singles with 1 out. Backup catcher, it was Brian Servin, and he didn't get him at second. So there was a stolen base. Monasterio walks. But Jump mixed in 3 strikeouts, balanced that out. Nobody scored. He did not have his A game. But given the last 4 starts, it was nice to see that he was pulling out of things versus where he was starting to snowball like the others. For the A's, Tommy White, 1 out single. This is the only day he has hits. So this is a great day. So I'll be nice to him here, but he had a horrible rest of the series. We sacked Bunt again after he singles. So he goes to second. Does it lead to a score? Yes. Very rarely, and I'm going to complain again in a game because we blow it a couple times. But in this one, we did it right. Bolte returned from the land of ass because that's what he is. He's been ass. And he has an RBI single, 1-0. Smash. That means 2 games now that we led, and we led today. So minimum 3 games. We'll talk about the other one. I'm old, and I just can't remember if we led off. Jump some more in the third. Romy Gonzalez walks after Jump. Is down 2-0 in the count again. It's like coming out of those innings coming out for the next inning for our pit starters. But Contreras hits into another double play, second double play of the game. A's, what do we do? Hold on. Another weak 1-2-3 inning. 11 pitches. Come on. Be competitive a little. Jump settles down. He goes 1-2-3 on 12 pitches himself in the 4th. And he needed that because I was a little worried, even though he's navigating, I was a little worried about him. More apathy at the plate for the A's, though. Heim, 1 pitch pop out. Sodi strikes out. But Tommy White singles again. Fantastic. But what happens? Kobe flies out on the next damn pitch. Kobe Thomas. Sorry about that, guys. It is late. Kobe Thomas, he flies out on the next pitch. A's were done in 9 pitches. Couldn't get anything together. Kobe Thomas is having a struggle. I don't even know why he's still up at this point. I'll be honest with you. I'm not trying to be the downer. Trust me, at the beginning of the year when we were kicking ass, we had happy shows. We had lots of happy shows. And it's just such a cluster F right now. So bear with us through these. Jaron Duran, he dribbled 1 to Kurtz. Aliko Williams didn't cover the first base. So they called it a single. I mean, to me, that's a big-ass error. But Jump picks him off at first, and he's thrown out at second. Monasterio strikeout. But another walk. So it's like we're getting him on, then we're getting him out. Getting him on, getting him out. It's like a bipolar game from hell for Jump, but a good outcome. Bolte outran a bunt for a single. Was it a bunt or a swing? To start the bottom of the 5th. He steals second base, but the A's can't get anything out of it. He has stolen base, but he gets caught a couple times in this series as well. Let's see. Jump ends up at 90 pitches in the 6th. He has a nice 1-2-3 and 12 pitches, which was great. The bottom half, the A's, only Heim walked. Tommy singled. Wow, I am old. Tommy White singles for the 3rd time. So we have people on first and second. What does Kobe Thomas do? He grounds out. Useless at this point. Luis Medina comes in, and Luis Medina on the list. Medina comes in. Jump finished the day, 6 innings, 3 hits, 4 walks. That's where we were having some issues. 4 walks for the 2nd start in a row, 7 strikeouts, no earned. He's had a few of the no earns. Rafael singles off Medina, and it's still 1-zip. He gets a sack bunt, strikeout, fly out. It was easy. But for the A's, Bolte walks, moves over on a sack bunt. So again, it worked. I am not going to complain about it, but then it goes back to the same old people getting stuck on base. Brian Servant hits his first home run in, I don't know, it's 3 or 4 years. We're up 3-0. It felt kind of like destiny. And, hey, Servant got a hold of it. I didn't realize that guy had that power. I guess most catchers have a pop in their bat. 419 dead center. Jay Willie, he hits his 11th double down the left corner. But Kurtz looked at strike 3 for like the second at bat in a row. Just didn't look good. Wilson steals third base, but he's left out there. Medina stayed in. Yoshida singles. He walked Anthony Siegler, but then flipped the score, double play off of Romy Gonzalez, which helped. Contreras walks, and then they were just said they were done with Medina, and they should have thought about that for today. He kills us, I say. Look. Hogan Harris comes in and allows an RBI single, 3-1. Then strikes out Rafaela. He keeps it at 3-1 after 8 innings. I'm sorry about the ding, but everybody's talking about the game. Tommy White hits his 4th single in the bottom of the 8th. Fantastic. For this game, that was fantastic. He was 0 for everything else, the opener in the last 2 games. His second 4-hit in 10 career games, though. Second 4-hit game. So he's in it, man. I want him in the lineup every day, even though he had a horrible last two games. Butler, he has a pinch hit RBI double. It's 4-1. Amazing hit. We needed it because we put in Hogan Harris, and again, God help us. Jaron Duran drops a 1-out single to start the 9th. Connor Wong hits a 2-run homer with 2 outs, so it's 4-3. Even the last out, Bolte basically bounced off the wall to get that fly. It's a deep fly off Harris because he's got to make it interesting, and I think I'm going to start calling him the new Mr. Foot Traffic. Now that Leiter's on IL, not that I care, but Mr. Foot Traffic is now Hogan Harris. We finally got a good win, though. Tommy tanks. The rest of the series, he's Tommy tanked. But he was 4 for 4 with 2 runs. Henry Bolte looked better overall, 2 for 3 with a walk. He had a good day. I can't complain. What can I say? Our record, I'm complaining a lot. My wife's like, are you even having fun? I'm like, I love doing the show. I love doing my column, but it's really hard to watch the team right now. But Jump got the win finally. Finally got a win. He had, I think, 5 losses in a row on 5 consecutive starts. He's 4-6 and even 4 ERA. Congratulations, he said. Top of the Delta Pledge class. Wednesday night's game. Caught the last show, I said, every series seems to have a same outcome. There's a close win or loss. A loss late, maybe extras. That's what I said. And usually a blowout. And that's the A's right now. This was an extra innings loss, 4-2. Storyboard looks familiar. It's Jacob Lopez on the mound. He had a 1-hitter in his last start, only 2 runs in his last 3 starts. Over 12 innings was nice. But expecting the 3 full decent starts in a row from Jacob was asking a lot. The stat of the game going in, I was watching it. The stat of the game was Lopez leads baseball with 19 pitches per inning. That's a lot. Especially remember when we were talking about the Habit Hunter metric of 12 pitches is a good pitch count to show that you're not putting a lot of people on. You're getting through the inning pretty quickly. It's a good inning. Usually there's no scoring. So he starts off. He walks Jones and Contreras. He has full counts of the first 4 batters of the game. I mean, damn, dude. It's like he was watching the game's pregame show. But he survived 27 pitch first inning. He got out of it. Bottom of the first. Injuries, guys. Injuries. Kurtz gets hit on the forearm. I'm sorry. I didn't want to look. I don't know whether it was wrist or forearm. It looked like it was the forearm. But I know it wasn't nefarious, but it cost Kurtz the rest of the day because he's gangsta. He stayed in through the last half inning, didn't come out. And I wish I had something to throw right now. Nothing came of the hit by pitch. Kurt stayed in, but you can see it on his face. Replay, I knew that forearm was going to swell. It was going to hurt. He was pulled, and I'm glad. Because that was going to smart in the next at bat. For Lopez in the second, he gives up a single to Monasterio. He had the first three batters down 0-2. That's a big difference for him. 2 strikeouts in this inning. That's a good inning for him. It's nice to see that he has that in him a little more often lately. In the bottom half of the second, Heim homers on his pitch, which was a 2-0 count. So he was waiting for his pitch on that third pitch. 418, 104.2, 1-0. So yeah, I guess we started off winning every game. We just lost 3 of them. That sucks. Bolte walks but gets thrown out. And it's the second inning, guys. Like, did Bolte need to steal right then? Like, can we let a rally develop once? Can we not give up the sack bunt out where now we only have 2 outs to work with and the second one's a 2 out? So, yeah, you can't do a ground out and score. You see what I'm saying? Let a rally develop once in a while. Don't start scratching runs early. That's what I call it, scratching runs. You're already clawing for runs. I mean, I know we're having problems getting runs, but maybe it's because you do it that way. Butler walks after 10 pitches. He had a 10-pitch at bat. He had a good day today. It's hard to get mad at when he does stupid crap, like late inning strikeouts like he did today. I mean, he had 2 doubles before that. So, he had a great series. I'm happy with him because I have to be happy with somebody. It's him this time through. A's didn't score, though. Sucks. In the third, Lopez allows a 1-out single to Rafaela. I know his name now, right? Mirrored the second. Single after the strikeout. Red Sox didn't take advantage of it, though. A's at the plate. McNeil replaced Kurtz. They went down 1-2-3 on 9 pitches. It's not even competitive. Even White, like I said, he had a 3-pitch strikeout. In the fourth, Durbin singles for the Red Sox. Monasterio, Sogard, they single, and it's loaded. And it's like, bomb! Double play, Connor wrong, and it's over without scoring. It was great. It's like, I felt like it was almost destiny at that point. Things were going to go great. Heim singles in the bottom of the fourth. But the A's mixed in a couple strikeouts, and Colby Thomas popped out. And, I'm going to be honest, he needs AAA again. He's batting 120 in July. He's hitless. I don't know. Let me check today. Is he hitless today? No, he went 2 for 4. Batting 121 in July. He went hitless in 12 of 15 July games going into the finale. Lopez throws a duck to Jahmai Jones. He homers to tie it. First pitch in the fifth. Quack, quack. He threw a duck. It was a duck. Lopez strikes out the next 3 guys to keep it 1-1. Well, that's pretty good. But it was like, whack, whack. Go ahead and serve that one up, kind of like Medina did today twice. Sick on back-to-back pitches. Bottom half, Law Dog gets it right back. Gets that run right back. 422, 103.4 off the bat. Like I said, doubles and a home run. 2-1 lead. Right after that, McNeil and Wilson both singled. They're left out there, and we could have used another score. It was like opportunity. Yeah, the pitcher on his heels a little bit. A's gave it right back. Lopez was sent out there at 88 pitches. I didn't like it. Like I said, I'm not going to like every single thing that our new pitching coach does, because also I understand that there's going to be other, he probably has even less say as a pitching coach than everybody else. He probably has less, control. People are telling him when and what and who. I was chatting with Connor and Patrick, his guest on Rants Live, and Patrick asked why I thought he shouldn't be out there. And before I responded, he was like, "Oh, that's why." And it's like you can't even write it more accurately, because it's like Durbin already had his number. Why, he's coming up first the next inning. Why is Lopez out there? That made no sense. He gets an out and he's pulled, but Durbin tagged up from first. Butler couldn't throw him out from right field. There's one thing that irritated me about Butler. It was like it wasn't even close either. Hayden Younger, he came in again. He replaced Lopez. Lopez, by the way, 5 1/3 innings. He spread out 7 hits. That's a lot of hits, but he spread them out, navigated 1 home run, 2 walks, 8 Ks, 1 earned. Younger, Nick Sogard, RBI single, ties it at 2. And I swear to God, guys, stop for a second. Stop. I swear to freaking God. Dallas called Nick Sogard, the player that got an RBI single off Younger, means he's on the other team. He called him Sogi, like he's one of the boys. Like, no, Dallas. Hard no. He just tied the fucking game that we end up losing. You're a knucklehead. Quit glossing the enemy like that. And you're going to call him, La Sogi, go La Sogi. Like, come on, man. Pretend your bills are being paid by these guys. And the A's respond 1, 2, 3 on 11 pitches. Younger, he stays in for the 7th. He allows a double by Rafaela. But I think it was more Butler's fault, because Butler took a couple steps forward and then he went back, and it was bad. It was bad. He walked Contreras too. So he's pulled for Elvis Alvarado. And of course, Elvis Alvarado was always in trouble right off the bat, because he only throws it one way. And he lets you know after the first pitch, that's where the tunnel is for the rest of the game. Walks Durbin, who shredded Wednesday. I mean, for real. Good mound visit, settled him down, though. He got Romy Gonzalez on a ground out. That's twice that Gonzalez ended an inning when it looked like we were about to give up some stuff, which is great. A's Wilson reached on a Monasterio error. McNeil does his job in singles. It's 1st and 3rd. McNeil steals 2nd, so it's 2nd and 3rd. No scoring. Like, come on, guys. One clutch single somewhere in that team. Alvarado stayed in, hits Monasterio, back-to-back strikeouts, and he's pulled for Brady Basso. And I like Brady Basso right now. Basso saves the inning for real. Jonah Heim singles in the bottom of the 8th. There's nothing there. Basso stayed in, was kind of bipolar. He had back-to-back strikeouts, and then he gave up back-to-back singles. Contreras, Durbin. I told you, Durbin all day. Durbin did this, Durbin did that. Well-timed mound visit right here, because I'm really starting to like Dan Hobbs, how he's walking and talking talk, because he went out there and talked to his boy. And that's all I ever wanted from Emerson. I'll take the game face off for a second, and for real. That's all I ever wanted from Scott Emerson. That's all I ever wanted from Kotze. I want some accountability. I want you guys to go out there and stop the bleeding. You guys watch the bleeding. You guys watch people bleed out. Game after game after game. So, and this A's trip to the plate, this pisses me off. Butler hits it off the top of the left center wall for a double. No, it wasn't off the top. It's kind of like probably about 18 inches from the top of the fence. Would have been over. That was how close we were to splitting this series. He hits it off the top, basically left center wall for a double. And so we're at scoring position, guy in scoring position with nobody out. And so what do? We do the stupid sack bunt. It's like, go ahead and put it in a damn play. The sack bunt him to 3rd. There he stays. Jacob Wilson, he has like the most uninspiring ABs in history. 3 pitches, 3 swings, all his own. He's down 0-2 on his last 3 at-bats Wednesday. It was like Jacob was having problems. McNeil strikes out 2, so winning this game, there's too much to ask. Just stop the damn sack bunts, please. It worked 6 times all year. I don't know. Extras pissed me off. The 10th. Mandatory runner on second. Cott goes with Chubby Bunny. Jose Suarez on the mound. He threw a 91-mile-per-hour fastball down the middle, right down the pipe, after going down 0-2. So you knew he was looking for the zone, but not the freaking middle of it. Andrew Monasterio, 2-run bomb, 428, 106, 102.6. That was it, man. I can't even root for Swarzempic. Swarzempic forsakes us all. That was ball game. 4-2 loss. Another shot at winning gone. So crap stats. Tommy Tanks is Tommy Toilets. Golden Sombrero. 3-0-2 counts. Sody Pup. Golden Sombrero. 14 Ks as a team. 15-0-2 counts. Heim was 3 for 5 with a bomb. Butler 2 for 3 with a double and a walk. That was our good stuff. Just think what we could do if the heart of the lineup isn't whatever it was, 0 for 10 with 8 Ks. That's insane. So we're at 36 and we're heading for the finale. We're doing good time. The finale, there was a chance for a split still. And all I was thinking about was we haven't had the blowout loss yet. And thank God we didn't. We didn't. We were in this game. We should have won this game. A's went with the reliever. Damn it, I just blipped soda off my forehead. Mason Barnett starting the finale. He did that one other time and had a really solid start. And for this game, 1-2-3 inning, 12 pitches. Solid start. Jacob Wilson hits a 1-out double, moved to third on a ground out by Sody, but he, left there. I was actually pretty stoked that we started off with an extra base hit in the first instead of the 1-2-3. The second, 1-2-3 for both teams. Another inning for Barnett. So he had another 1-2-3 inning, 8 pitches. Fantastic. This guy, I think they had him in a little bit too long, but I like him. If we could condense him where he starts a game and Perkins finishes it for him and somebody else comes and is the 5th starter, I would love that. Let me know what you guys think. Put it in the comments. Sonny Gray, he was our former star. Loved the dude. Tried not to pay attention to him, but he was 1-2-3 on 10 pitches too. Barnett, he cruised through a third time, 1-2-3 with a strikeout. He had that was a curveball. The curveball was sweet. And all I could do is look. It's like, Carlos Cortez, he leads off the third with a walk. Kurtz gets on from an error. And Jay Willie, he singles for a 1-0 lead. Now, Sody ruins first and second with 1 out with what? Double play. Should have been a big inning. That should have been a big inning for sure. But only 1 run. That cost us later in the game. Of course, I don't even know how to say this person's name. That's why I kept joking around calling Donatello or Masters, whatever. Sedani Rafaela, he singles for the Red Sox. He steals second because that's what we do. Contreras walks behind him, and we get a mound visit. And Hobbs, he settles Barnett down, and Barnett got Yoshida to ground out. And I'm telling you, Hobbs deserves the job just based on a week's work. There's been a couple of people I'm wondering why you sent him in at that point, or, wow, he was just pitching the other day, that kind of thing, and not doing well. But overall, Hobbs is consistent. He goes out and talks to the young minds. These guys are young. And I hate to say it, I hope I don't piss anybody off, but the millennials are a little more sensitive because they have so many people coming at them from social media as well as normal people that are in everyday life. So I've always been of the impression that you should probably be a little more careful with them. And that's my big problem back with Scott Emerson, was that he was just leaving him out there and just staring. And I'm like, man, you're ruining that guy. You're not just ruining this game, you're ruining that guy. How many guys got DFA'd next day? Anyway, he settles him down. Jonah in our bottom half, he doubles to open. Butler RBI double right behind him. I told you Butler is a beast in this series. RBI double, 2-0. Sweet. McNeil singles, first and third. Cortez strikes out, but Donovan Walton RBI single, 3-0. Beautiful. Kurtz walks, loads the bases, but Jay Willie popped out on the first pitch. Okay, that's fine. It was a nice rally. We don't get those very often anymore. Remember at the beginning of the year, we were getting those. We have these nice first innings where we have 4 or 5 runs. That don't happen anymore. Not the way we're built now. I mean, we're so injured that think about how many of these guys 2 years ago weren't even playing in the pros, and now they're the people we rely on most. Fifth, to be honest, I was surprised Barnett was still pitching for the A's. He hits Caleb Durbin to open the inning. And I was telling the guys in the chat, I was just like, why is he still out? It's going to get bad. Monasterio, RBI single. It's 3-1. I'm going, ooh, you should probably get somebody up right now. Siegler, single. And they did a mound visit. And it's useless to me if you don't pull the guy. He was obviously having issues. He hit somebody and back-to-back singles. He's got a problem. He's got a 3-1 lead, man. Bring someone fresh in, and I know it's kind of a nightmare on who, but do it. It's better to bring in somebody hoping they don't do something versus leaving somebody in that is going to do something horrible. Next pitch, Rafaela, who's already having a great game. 2-run double. My wife sat next to me as I called that. I was sitting there. I'm like screaming at it going, why aren't you taking him with you? I do get pissed off at Hobbs sometimes. Why didn't you take him with you? Next pitch, right? My wife's like, wow. How'd you know that? Well, because they've done it probably 47 games this year. Kind of like that. Cott has to go. Let's top it off. They leave after the double. They leave Barnett in for another one, for another hitter. It was like it was written. I'm starting to believe Booney, where he says maybe it's not Cott, which just makes him Joe Biden. Where you're the figurehead, but you're not the guy. Maybe that is true. I'm starting to believe Booney that Kotze's just the figurehead, and somebody else is calling the shots because that's what it looked like. You left him out to the end. Anybody in their right mind would have pulled him. A's answer with 3 up, 3 down. Scott Blewett took over for Barnett. He's new, like I said. He almost lived up to his name. Contreras and Yoshida both singled. He gets through it, though. Barnett went 5 innings, 4 hits, 3 earned, 1 walk, 6 Ks. And what the hell happened to Butler? He has another double. And he scores on back-to-back sac flies. We actually pulled off back-to-back sac flies. It was like 8:26 in p.m. I was happy. 7th, 1-2-3 for both teams. 1-2-3. Blewett stayed in. He went 1-2-3 on 11 pitches, which, like I said, he's been around a long time. A's went 1-2-3 in the bottom half at the plate. Top of the order struck out. Kurt struck out. Wilson struck out. Sodi struck out. It's just not good baseball. And here I gotta stop. We're at 44. Luis Medina, Wilyer Abreu, solo home run, 422. Next pitch, Contreras, home run, 414. Just like that, we lost. Freaking 840 feet of home run. Thanks, Medina. Thanks, Forrest. Thanks for stopping by. A's can't have nice things. A's fans can't have nice things. Jonah Hines starts the bottom half with a single. Tommy tanked. Double play. He has a nice 0-for-9 stretch with 6 strikeouts. That's not the Tommy Tanks I want. I know he's in there, and so I'm not worried about it. He could do that 5 more games, and I'd still want him there. But speaking of strikeouts, it's late innings, so Butler did what? He struck out. But in all fairness, he had a great series. He did. He had a great series. I actually wrote it down. Batted .454, 5 for 11 with a home run, 3 doubles. That's fantastic. That's better than Kurtz's 0 for 9 with 4 Ks or Sodi's 1 for 16 with that home run. 1 for 16 with 7 strikeouts. What are you doing? We were in every damn game, guys. We just don't have the ponies to get across the plane. We don't. That's it. We lost 5-4. Another series loss. It's hard to blame the starters in this game. I looked it up. 22 innings, 6 earned. That's 2.45 ERA. While the relievers gave up 5 home runs by themselves. 5 home runs in 15 innings, 18 hits. 6 walks, 8 earned. 4.8 ERA is actually good for them. That's crazy stuff. At the plate, Jonah Heim, he batted .375, 6 for 16, had 4 runs, home run, not bad. McNeil, he batted .363, 4 for 11. He had a hit in every game he played in. But everybody, lots of strikeouts. Bolte 3, Thomas 4. Thomas was 2 for 9, and he had 2 in the start, but he was 0 for the rest of the series. Tommy White 4 for 17, 5 strikeouts, but he was 4 for 4 in one game. That's not good, guys. We have 3 games at Sutter Health Park versus the Tigers, who swept the A's in Detroit. So it's frying pan into the fire. Not good, guys. Hey, go get some rest. Wake up. New series. Fresh start. I like Tigers. I just hate the Tigers. That's all I got. As always, be excellent to each other. I'm a ghost.